Hello, welcome to the channel. Welcome here to Metaphysical Scorpio. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing great. My name is Adina. And God said when you are with this person, you decipher things very differently than what you do now. And you are not the most pleasant person to be around. How this message initially came to me, I was watching a clip of Prince of Egypt, the film, amazing film, where Moses runs into his birth siblings and he's walking away from them after being very rude and operating through his identity of being the Prince of Egypt at the time, and he threatened them. He was ready to walk away until his sister begins to recite the tune that his mother sang to him as she released him into the waters right before his brother Ramesses' mother found him, and right before he was introduced to Pharaoh as, Ramesses' new baby brother. And, right after this moment, Moses has this complete paradigm shift, kills a guard by accident who was harassing one of the Hebrew slaves, and he runs off. But while he was with Ramesses, he was operating as Ramesses' brother. He was operating as a prince of Egypt. He was operating as a abuser, a dictator, a tyrant, a careless man. And the only time we see him before his paradigm shift in the film, operating with a sense of humanity and empathy, is when he comes across his future spouse, who he does not know as his wife at the time, but he helps Zipporah, his future wife. He helps her escape from the guards after being rude to her as well. So there's someone, your spouse has been revealed to you, and you are operating in a sense of fear and in a sense of judgment. But God is giving you the grace to know how to love another person, and forgiveness is a huge part of it. He is saying this is apparent currently, whether you are physically aware or not, of the strain that is being released from your heart space right now. Okay, my apologies. I cut on YouTube and I forgot I was watching this Pretty Little Liars video earlier. So what you don't really realize is the ramifications of the lifestyle that you were living previously. Also, I have some background music here. I got some rain sounds playing. So if that is making a positive difference, please let me know in the comment section below. Because I plan to upload this immediately, because this message came to me with a sense of urgency. So I don't feel called to watch it myself before I go upload. This is your person, but there is some distrust here, not just with your future spouse, but all the things that have been promised to you as well, because you did not leave a group of people. You did not just break up with anyone. You left an entire life. You know what I'm saying? You left an entire way of being, and your heart is still dealing with that. And so what God really loves about you is that when you don't know what's going on, when you don't understand what's going on, you still call on him. You do this thing that you got inspired by from another creator, because I do feel like you are a creative and a creator. Whether you are uploading on this 3D plane or not, it's time, get to it if you're not doing it, because you are needed. God is saying that you found inspiration in another creator on this platform who gave you the note. If you are if you require help, if you require insight, if you require guidance and you don't know, and you're just overwhelmed, and there can be so many things that we want, just say, God, help me. he will understand. So it's kind of like you're telling yourself, I'm ready to love. I'm here. I trust this, but it still hurts because it's supposed to hurt, because it needs to hurt. It's a reminder that you're here, a reminder of what's alive. So there have been many things that's been promised to you. Good night. There's been many things that's been promised to you, not just your future spouse. And I don't feel comfortable saying that because God is like, no, they're here. He is here. I'm talking to a feminine. I've shuffled some cards here, and God said, choose the brightest ones that come out of the deck. And though this is the brightest spiritually. Logically, no. But we have the Empress here and we have the Queen of Cups. There is something that happened to you that made you so suspicious to trust new beginnings. And there are a lot of new beginnings. You are afraid sometimes to say when you like things that you've just recently started. Some of you guys have a hobby that's bringing you in a lot of money right now that you're living off of, and you wince when you're ready to go to God about how much you like it. And that hurts. That's hurtful to the Most High. So that is what we're going to be getting into tonight. You need some help because he here and he ready to lay the smack down. This man is very old. If he is not older than you in age, he is older than you in spirit, because lay the smack down is crazy. But he mean it, because she got a baby bump. She has a baby bump. And he not intimidated by your meanness. He like it. He think it's sexy because he is ready to fuck it out of you. I didn't want to curse on YouTube, but that's the best way I could say it. So let's get into, you know what I'm saying, what's happening here. Let's see what's going on. Holy Spirit, Solar Collective. Right now, what's going on? Messages of healing. Messages of healing for the babes. So I've pulled out the moon card here. That is what's come out. He told me don't pull anything else, and confirmation was the next card that flew out was the Queen of Cups, and we already got her here. That was him being like, okay, we're good. This is lying deep. You need to live near water. God wants you near water. Like, you need to be near some sort of body of water. There's this water here with the moon card and the temperance that's showing up here. We do got some water, and then we have the Queen of Cups. You know she's right by the sea, period. You could be a water sign as well. But your juices need to flow. You just need to let go. It could have been like a while since some of you guys have had like a real orgasm is what I'm getting here. And that's really what you want with your person. You're really ready for them to penetrate you, mind, body, spirit, and soul, and you are not taking no for an answer. But you're also like afraid of vulnerability. I feel like who I'm speaking to, you are a black or just ethnically diverse woman, and what your ancestors want me to remind you is that fear propels you. You're not European. You don't run away from fear. No tea, no shade if your partner European or if you're European, but in European, or rather should I say Western society, fear is meant to be released. Feel it, release it. Feel it, release it. But as Black people, as ethnic people, that's not really what we're taught in African spirituality. Fear is a part of you. It is powerful, and it's not meant to be held onto. There was a quote that I saw: if you sit still long enough, you'll even see your enemies float by in the river. You'll see their corpse. So something really here significant about water and the releasing. Maybe it's been a while since you've had a spiritual bath. This moon card here, there's a lot of internal frustration and there is some fear, but this is really like your superpower. It's time for you to remember who you are, what it is that you need to do, and where it is that you're going, because it's kind of like you're in this period. You think you're in a period of waiting, but you have all the power, and it's gonna hit you. It's gonna hit you all at once when you go to bed tonight, because you're an actor. Okay, you act, you leap, you go. I feel like this video for you is gonna give you some insight. These are messages of healing, but it's also this and you are very obedient. So this could hit you when you lay down tonight, when you go to bed tonight. Maybe you had sex with this person and you ghosted them. I am picking up that y'all hit this person with a very tantric sex experience, and now you're like, oh my gosh, why are they showing up in my dreams? Ma'am, because you didn't got him flipping, tumbling, Ooh, God said you ain't even touch him. It was your prayers. You done gave him the sun, the moon, and the stars. Now he just wants you to be his girl. Yeah, it's your prayers. Your prayers, this person feels them on the dreamscape. And God is saying, don't get me wrong, it's still making them come. But it's like, that was never your intention. But it don't matter. I feel like you've grown up. And you're dealing with all the things that really come with adulting. And part of it is acknowledging your emotional avoidant attachment style. Because I feel like you're a very young soul. And it has nothing to do with age, but there are some wounds that are fresh. And babe, I'm gonna be real with you. They don't disappear as soon as he proposed. They don't disappear as soon as you get married. Your spouse is bringing out the enemy within, and it's time to acknowledge some things here. I'm seeing you also want them eggs cracked. He want them cracked too, but it's kind of like I am feeling a 1 foot out, 1 foot in, 1 foot out energy here with you. But it's like, what are we going to do with that? Because look at this healed ass boss lady here in Temperance with 1 foot in, 1 foot out of this water. But she's so in her power. What are your weaknesses telling you right now? How are your weaknesses exalting you? How is God finding strength in your weaknesses? Let's keep going. Holy Spirit, healing messages. And then we got 2 twos coming out right here. We got a lot of balance. Then we have 3 companions here, but 2 on each side. 2 of Wands. High Priestess is a 2, and Temperance is 2 up here. So 3 twos, 2, 4, 6, and then we got the 6 of Cups peeking out of this deck right here. So for some of you here, I am seeing a promotion in your workspace, but you're debating on whether you actually want it or not. Make it work for you. How this turns out, make this work for you, but also be comfortable with the manifestations that you've brought in. It's you've manifested a husband, you've manifested a man of God who don't want you to have to work for anything. He doesn't want you to have to pay for anything. You don't have to, but you can still have your independence. I feel like you're kind of afraid of your independence being lost, but it's he's a reflection of your independence. It's you have this thing going on in your subconscious mind where you're I've made it so far. I'm independent. I will never go back to being codependent. But it's like, because you're telling yourself you were codependent in your past, but no, you were just a child, is what I'm getting, or you were just a lover girl. Like, this person you left, or these individuals that you left before, you have a wound here. You have a wound here that has to be acknowledged. You have to heal from it, but it's like you weren't codependent, like you were genuinely just a good friend, is what I'm getting. Like, you were just open-hearted. And baby, you have to open up. You have to open up. This high priestess here is still more water, so maybe you need to drink more water, or you're kind of the full package here. Like, Spirit says your water intake is great, but it's kind of like you dictate these events. Like, you are the one who chooses when this person shows up, how they reach out, what it is that they want to say, how it is that they're gonna go about it. Someone made you forget your power, or a hurt here, a betrayal really made you forget your power, because it's like God is like looking around at where it is that you're standing. So even it's like God comes to you, he tells you about these miracles, and it's like you're picking and choosing what blessings you want to address. So the finances here are coming out because that's what you're addressing, but this isn't a delegation. This isn't any real planning. Like, you own the fucking company. Like, it doesn't make or break you. You know what I mean? But everything is inspiration. Every individual is only a version of you. How can you forgive if there's no forgiveness in you? And it's kind of like you choose. You choose. I used to watch these corny rap battles when I was a kid, and I loved it because it was so corny and fun. And they would have different historical figures throughout history kind of rap battle each other. And at the end of the video, they'd be like, which one won? Pick a side, or you decide. That's what I'm hearing. You decide. So your inner child is healed. It's you. Like, your inner child really loves this person. And I just hear your inner child being like, Mommy, I like him. Mommy, can we please just be with him? I really, really, really like him. You're wondering where he is, and it's you. You're afraid, boo. You're afraid. And it's okay. But you gotta, like, open up. and getting closed mouths. Don't get fed. Wheel of Fortune here. Yeah, girl, you wrote this script. Like, you wrote it. You could have been planning this. It's like you were planning this and everything was going according to plan, and then you just got stumped. You feel like you've been stumped because of some sort of heartbreak here. And messages of healing for this very sweet collective, because I really feel like you're a sweetheart. I feel like you're really, 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 really kind. This is what he feels, King of Cups. He feels y'all was on to something great. My ear is ringing so loud. He feels like y'all were on to something great, and then things got toxic, or things got weird. He could be blaming himself. Maybe some of the fear you're picking up on is him. Until you know what it is that you want, do not have sex with this person again. Do not engage with their energy sexually again unless you're 100% confident, because you'll, like, kill him. Like, the punani here is very dangerous. Like, you just learn what you were working with, and I feel like the responsibility of what you working with down in between your legs and then your spirit kind of scared you, because it's like, if you are this powerful, then why did all of this hurt happen? Because you were young, because maybe you were dumb, because maybe you made a mistake. You might have even purposely overlooked some red flags, but you're not going to be able to predict everything. And I'm letting you know right now, it could be 5 years from now you're with this person, 10 years you down the line with this person. You're never going to know every single thing about them. And that's the beauty of life. What I can tell you here is, I get that you're afraid. I get that maybe you're a little worried, but you have indeed met your best friend, because you don't have sex with anybody. Miss LAB, you don't have sex with anybody. You don't get down with nobody, but you open up to this person because you connected to a very deep, deep, deep part of them. And this is a Pookie. I gotta be real. This man is a Pookie. He's coming out as King of Cups, girl. And your ancestors is like, don't do him like that, because now he's kind of like questioning himself. Not himself as a man, but he's looking back at his actions. And I really feel like this person and you will be much more on a clear accord, because it's not you and God, because you and God already know what you want and what he want. You're aware of his plan. It is time to have a real conversation, and that comes from you, like, having to sit down with self, maybe journaling it, girl. Maybe you burn it, or maybe you take the spiritual bath, and maybe you go outside and you scream at the moon for a little bit. But you have to accept this person. It's kind of like, I feel like I'm talking to someone right now. You have the person, you have the house, you have the car, You have it all, and if you feel like you don't, then you still definitely do. But girl, let him come home. Like, girl, that's the simplest way I can say this shit. Like, I ain't about to keep beating around the bush with y'all. Let him come home. This man done taught you how to love. He done showed your ass how to love. And now you don't know what to do with it because other people hurt you. Tell him. I feel like you're afraid to cry in front of him. I feel like you really want him to look up to you. I feel like you really look up to him. And you just want him to feel proud of you. He already is. He already is. It's this toxic shit from your past. Okay, your father could have been an alcoholic. He could have been a drinker, because it's something about how you view men and masculinity that this person is triggering. And it's like they make you softer, but they also bring out this part of you that's very dark, that's very mean. And it's like, maybe you've been through some things. Like I said, it's because we got some addictive tendencies here. It's beyond self-sabotaging. It's some shit that you grew up with. You know what I'm saying? It's some shit from your past, but it's like, maybe you have shared some darkness with this person before. It's kind of like you were vulnerable with them at one point and you regret it because you feel like it didn't go your way. But this person had some soul ties, some shit that they needed to break. And it's like, girl, let go of the past, because look, this is what they're ready to give. This is what they're ready to give. They're coming in here with the Knight of Cups. Page of Swords is definitely, this person definitely be watching your page all the time. And I feel like you be watching their page. Maybe you was watching their page at one point. If you feel like they did not know you was watching their page when you was, they definitely did know. They definitely did know. They looked forward to your views. You look, yes, girl, look, the Empress coming out again. 10 of Wands and the Lovers. It's like someone else before made you feel like you was a burden. You're not a burden to this person. This person loves you. Yeah, boo, this is in your hands. I feel like I don't need to pull no more cards. Like, this is all in your hands. Like, it's truly, truly, truly in your hands. Your heart is heavy, so I feel like you need to go to God with this heavy heart. And guess what? It still might feel, because I feel like some of y'all are like, well, I did that. I went to God with my woes. I went to God with my worries. Girl, sometimes you just gonna have to do it again. There are also sometimes I feel like you're meant to say this. I feel like you're meant to feel all of this and just still say fuck it and still love regardless. Yes, you was hurt, but love regardless. You loved him enough to give him that pussy. Like, love him. Love yourself enough to say fuck it. Do it while scared. I'm gonna be real with you, baby. This everything it is that you want, because you're really a lover girl for real. You really a lover girl. That's why you here coming out as the Empress. And it's kind of like, I feel like even with him coming out as the King of Cups, that's like past energy. You keep viewing him through these past lens, bitch. You not even the same person neither. I just really feel like y'all not the same people, and you judging him and yourself off of past experiences. You're gonna have to do this while scared. That's what it is. You want to be this subconscious, picture perfect version, ideal fake version of yourself in your mind, but you are already that girl. You're already it. Like, I kind of feel like on paper you are just it. You coming out as the Empress. Like, you the most reliable friend, most vulnerable partner, the best bitch you could have at the workplace, the best entrepreneur. You're amazing with money. And it's kind of like someone really made you question yourself, and it's time to say fuck them niggas and do it regardless. You gonna have to do it while wounded. Yeah, you have to love while wounded, because how the fuck do you heal? How do you heal if you don't do it while wounded? Yeah, so Page of Cups. Maybe you feel like this person viewed you as a little girl before, or like you're not the same. They don't view you as how they did 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Y'all are not the same. This person is a grown man. I'm getting big dick energy. They are not the same. And fuck that old friend group that was making you feel like, you know what I'm saying, this wasn't possible. This person could have tried to shoot they shot before, but maybe y'all had different friends or whatever in y'all ear. It was you that had the different friends in your ear. Fuck them people. They not here no more. And this person want to give you some money too. They be masturbating to the thought of you and everything. They do be doing that. We have the Knight of Coins here. They do have a very solid offer coming for you regarding housing and whatnot. Like, this person, I don't know their race, but they court like a black man. Like, even if you say, okay, I need some time to think about it, you need to prepare for like a weekly like income coming from this person, like a daily income. Like, everything is going to be handled. Everything is going to be taken care of, because it's just the kind of person that they is. 3 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, 5 of Wands. People are going to be very triggered about this union. They're going to be very, very triggered about this union. Yeah, let go of that. Like, Your independence is not supposed to cripple you. Remember, when the devil cannot catch you, when he can't manipulate you in sloth energy, he'll try to manipulate you in a performance hustle culture energy. And that's not just when it comes to the workplace. That even comes to your own self-healing. Perfectionism is not real. Only God is. But congratulations, you got somebody who really love you. You got somebody who really care about you here, girl. Stop playing with that pussy and go play with that man. Period.